Muhammad Ali died June 3, 2016. He was 74 years old. The greatest. Three-time heavyweight champion. Olympic gold 1960. The most famous athlete who ever lived. The people's champion. Loved by billions. Really loved. The fighter who floated like a butterfly, stung like a bee. The poet. The legend. But behind the love, behind the smile, Muhammad Ali carried hatred. Real hatred. 5 boxers. 5 men I hated more than anyone. Not just rivals. Men I genuinely hated. With everything in me. And people don't want to hear that. They want Muhammad Ali the hero, the peace activist. But that wasn't the whole truth. The truth is, I could hate. Really hate. And I carried grudges to my grave. 5 boxers who earned my hatred. And I'm telling you now, these are the 5 boxers I hated most. Number 5. Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is my number 5. The Easton assassin, my former sparring partner, my friend. And Larry betrayed me. Really betrayed me. Larry worked my corner for years, 1970s. Learned everything from me. How to jab, how to move, how to think. And I treated Larry like family. Paid Larry, respected Larry. And then, 1980, I needed money, bad investments, broke. And I decided to come back, fight for the title. And Larry was champion, WBC heavyweight champion. And I called Larry, asked for the fight. And Larry said yes. October 2nd, 1980, Las Vegas. And I trained, tried to train. But I was 38 years old, 3 years retired, slow, done. And Larry knew it, really knew it. And Larry took the fight anyway. For the money, for the glory, and fight night. Larry destroyed me. 10 rounds, beating, punishment. And I quit. Quit on my stool. And Larry celebrated. And I watched Larry celebrating my destruction, and I hated Larry for it. Because Larry should have said no. Should have protected me. But Larry wanted to beat Muhammad Ali. And Larry did. And I never forgave him. That's Larry Holmes, my number 5, the sparring partner who became Judas. Number 4, Leon Spinks. Leon Spinks is my number 4. The kid. Olympic gold, 1976. 7 professional fights. 7. And Leon got a title shot against me. February 15th, 1978, Las Vegas. And I didn't take Leon seriously. Really didn't. Leon was nothing, nobody. 7 fights. How could Leon beat me? Impossible. And I didn't train, didn't prepare, partied, and Leon beat me. Split decision, 15 rounds, and Leon took my title. And I was humiliated, really humiliated. And what made it worse, Leon didn't respect it. Leon partied after winning. Got arrested, acted like a fool, made a mockery of my title, and I hated Leon for that. Really hated him for disrespecting what I built, for treating my championship like a joke, for proving I was vulnerable. That's Leon Spinks, my number 4. The kid who embarrassed the greatest and didn't even care. Number 3, Floyd Patterson. Floyd Patterson is my number 3. 2-time heavyweight champion. Olympic gold, 1952. Good man. And I destroyed Floyd. Really destroyed him. Not just physically, mentally, with words. And I hated Floyd for making me do it. November 22nd, 1965. Las Vegas. I was champion. Floyd was former champion. And Floyd said things. Bad things. Floyd said he would bring the title back to America. Said I was a disgrace. Said I was a bad example. Called me Cassius Clay. Refused to call me Muhammad Ali. Said my name was fake. My religion was fake. And that hurt. Really hurt. Because Floyd was supposed to be the good guy. The humble champion. And Floyd was acting like the white establishment. Like the people who hated me. And I snapped. I called Floyd an Uncle Tom. Called Floyd a rabbit. Said Floyd was a white man's champion. Said terrible things. And fight night. I didn't just want to beat Floyd. I wanted to punish Floyd. 12 rounds. I carried Floyd. Could have knocked him out early, but I didn't. I wanted Floyd to suffer longer. Jab, jab, talk, humiliate. And after round 12, I knocked Floyd out. And I felt nothing. No joy, just emptiness. Because I had become cruel. And I hated Floyd for making me cruel. For making me say those things. That's Floyd Patterson, my number 3. The good man I destroyed and hated myself for it. Number 2, Ernie Terrell. Ernie Terrell is my number 2. WBA heavyweight champion 1965 to 1967. Big man, 6'6". And Ernie made the same mistake Floyd made. Ernie called me Cassius Clay, refused to call me Allie. And I warned Ernie, really warned him. I said, call me by my name, Muhammad Ali. That's my slave name, Cassius Clay. And Ernie laughed, said, I'll call you what I want, Cassius. And that was it. I decided, I'm going to hurt Ernie, really hurt him. February 6th, 1967, Houston, 15 rounds. And from round 1, I punished Ernie. Jab, jab, jab. And every time I hit Ernie, I screamed, what's my name? What's my name? Over and over, 15 rounds. And I could have stopped Ernie early. Round 5, round 6. But I didn't. I wanted Ernie to remember. Wanted Ernie to suffer. And after 15 rounds, Ernie's face was destroyed. Swollen. Bloody. Broken. And I looked at Ernie, and I felt satisfaction. Because Ernie learned. Ernie never called me Cassius again. But I also felt shame. Real shame. Because I had been cruel. Unnecessarily cruel. And people criticized me. Said I was brutal. Sadistic. And they were right. But I hated Ernie for forcing me to be that way. For disrespecting my name. My identity. My religion. That's Ernie Terrell. My number 2. The man I tortured for 15 rounds to prove a point. Number 1. Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier is my number 1. And this is the hatred I regret most. Because Joe didn't deserve it. Joe was a good man. And I destroyed Joe. Not just in the ring. As a person. With words. Cruel words. March 8th, 1971. Fight of the century. Joe was champion. I was trying to come back. And Joe gave me a shot. When nobody else would. When I was banned. Joe fought for me to get my license back. And then the fight got made. And I turned on Joe. I called Joe ignorant. Called Joe ugly. Called Joe a gorilla. On TV. And the worst thing, I said Joe was an Uncle Tom. A white man's champion. And that hurt Joe. Really hurt him. Because Joe was proud. Joe came from nothing. And I questioned Joe's blackness. His dignity. And Joe never forgave me. Fight night. Joe beat me. 15 rounds. Knocked me down. One decision. And Joe earned it. But the damage was done. From my words. We fought 2 more times. January 1974, I won. September 1975, Manila. The most brutal fight ever. And even before Manila, I kept attacking Joe. Called Joe a gorilla again. Made a toy gorilla. Beat it up on TV. And Joe's children saw it. Joe's family saw it. And it destroyed them. Manila. 14 rounds. Both of us dying. Heat, exhaustion, punishment. Joe's corner stopped it. I won. But we both lost. That fight took years off our lives. And the hatred never stopped. Joe hated me until he died. November 7th, 2011. And I don't blame Joe, because I was wrong. Joe supported me. And I repaid Joe with cruelty, with racism. And I regret it. Every day until I died. I tried to apologize. But Joe wouldn't accept it. And Joe was right. Some things you can't take back. That's Joe Frazier. My number 1. The man I hated. The man who hated me. The hatred that destroyed us both. These 5 fighters taught me something. Larry taught me betrayal hurts. Leon taught me disrespect burns. Floyd taught me I could be cruel. Ernie taught me I could be sadistic. And Joe taught me that words hurt more than punches, that hatred destroys both people. And I carried these grudges for decades, and it ate at me, especially Joe, because Joe gave me a chance when nobody else did, and I destroyed him with words. I died June 3rd, 2016, 74 years old, Parkinson's for 32 years. And I thought about Joe, the gorilla comments, the toy gorilla, the cruelty, and I wished I could take it back. All of it. Because being the greatest wasn't about winning. It was about how you treated people. And I failed Joe, failed Floyd, failed Ernie. I let hatred consume me, and I carried that regret to my grave. That's Muhammad Ali, the greatest, and the man who learned too late that love matters more than hate.